guys, it's Jen here doing another process video with my July Citrus Twist kit. This layout's going to go pretty quick because I did do a little bit of pre-planning ahead of time. I had a pretty good idea from a Pinterest pin, which I am having trouble finding now, what I wanted to do for my layout. And as soon as I find that, I'll link it up on here because it was somebody's layout from Studio Calico, and so I want to give them credit for the general idea and spread, layout of the spread, I should say. So I am using these papers from my July kit. As you can see, I just cut out the border of that striped paper, that diagonal stripe, because I really like that paper and I want to use the rest. And to be perfectly honest, lemons don't do it for me, and so I don't mind using that as the base and not really keeping too much of it. That was my way of dealing with using it, because I had that lemon paper from a previous kit club, and then I got it again this month from Citrus Twist. So yeah, that was what I did. But really the main portion of my page is the white cardstock, and what I do is I buy the big packs of American Crafts white cardstock from scrapbook.com when they have a sale. It's still pretty expensive to ship to Canada, so I try to, buy a couple at once, and I have to just suck up the shipping because it's still way cheaper. But anyways, so here the layout is having the border there just in the top and right sides, and then I'm using some poolside frames that I had left over from my June kit as a bit of mats for my photo instead of using pattern paper. And then the one bit of pattern paper that I do have behind my photo is actually a Webster's Pages sheet that's sort of like a starburst. It's quite similar to the Simple Stories paper that I've seen quite a few people using, that has sort of like not a starburst, I'm sorry, like a sunburst on it. That's what I used. And then I had already pulled out all these little bits. As I said, I had pre-planned this a little bit just to make it go a little bit faster. So those are poolside die cut pieces that I'm using, and then that banner that I'm just popping up right now, that was from the Webster's Pages sticker sheet that came in the kit as well. That wood veneer piece was an exclusive that came with the main kit, and I'm using the two pieces down there, and then I'm using more of the die kits up in that top corner there, and I'm using the little star wood veneer from the middle of that piece as well, so that I have a little bit of each, a little bit of wood veneer in each of my spots, if that makes sense. So here is where I veer off of my original plan. So I had originally decided I was going to name this layout Our Dreamer, and I was going to use those navy thickers, and that was pretty close to how the original layout was, that the title was up in the top like that. But it wasn't doing a lot for me, and I was sort of looking at it. You can see me tapping my fingers there, and I apologize, I'm a little bit out of screen. I thought I was my camera was over a little bit there, so sorry but you're not really missing anything off the side. It's probably right on the edge. So here I'm looking at my sequins. I put down a couple of those wood buttons that came in our kit, and then here I'm pulling from my stash, and in the original pin they had some word stickers up in the top here. So what I'm doing is pulling these gold Maggie Holmes ones out of my stash, and those say Daydreamer, Amazing, and Kind. And sorry that you can't see them. I use and it's not an alt light, but it's a natural light in the corner there, and unfortunately it causes a glare sometimes, and I'm working on that. I haven't quite figured out how to fix my lighting issues just yet. So you can see me moving that around, and then I think I'm going to turn the camera off, a lot of tappy of my fingers, and come back, and this is what I decided to do. So I pulled these Studio Calico alpha stickers, and now my title says Some Say You Are a Dreamer, and I really loved those alphas. I had bought them with my June kit last month from the store, and I thought that I liked that instead. And what I'm just doing here is I was just testing. Oh, I really like that. That's the new butter color. I don't use it, but I really, really liked it, and I wanted to test it since I was already testing. The color that I really need is the new ocean color, which I completely forgot to order with my July kit. I actually even emailed Trina and said, didn't I order that? And she looked it up and she's like, no, you didn't order it. I'm like, ugh, twit, I thought I did. So I was testing all my other blue color shine because I wasn't quite sure, and I think I ended up using Tropicana Teal. That was the closest, but still not really the color I was going for. But the Seafoam is a little bit too gray, and the mint green is too greeny, so I needed the ocean. It's coming with my August kits. But anyways, I sprinkled some gold, and then I sprinkled some of that Tropicana Teal, and on the white it does look fairly close to what I was going for. I was just trying to match up a bit with that blue in the striped paper. And then here I'm just going through my enamel dot stash, and I added some blue enamel dots. I also added some gray stars off of the Chanel collection, and then out of my sequins I added some red stars. And here I have gone away again, and I had stuck down all the letters because it's pretty boring, and then I'm just adding some hidden journaling here. So I'm using an envelope with a tag, and what I did is just pulled up in between those layers, and I used my washi tape on the back to hold it down. So there you go, quick and dirty layout there. I hope you enjoyed. Please feel free to leave me questions or comments or anything that you'd like to see, and I will talk to you guys again real soon. Bye now.